What's up, folks? Today we're going to be talking about the functional fitness fraud epidemic. That's what I'd like to call it. So, the whole primal movement stuff and functional patterns. What is all this like weird cable stuff? Oh, you got to be able to move in all planes of direction and be able to move this muscle and that. Let's first propose this question. What does functional even mean? What is functional fitness? Okay. Based on my experience as a coach, 6 years of coaching and 14 years of being in the gym, as well as doing sports since I was three, what is functional? I think most people that go to the gym just wants to look a little better, be a little healthier, be a bit stronger. Why do you need to be able to move in all planes of direction? When are you ever doing that in real life? I think most people just want to be able to walk, you know, healthily, travel, be able to pick up their suitcase, carry their groceries, and look better. That's, I think, what 90% of people go to the gym for. So, what is all this crap where you have to be able to move in this direction and then be able to twist and all that? It doesn't really make any sense to me. And let's say, for example, most people, I think most guys, they want to, yeah, let's use this as an example. Most guys just want to look a little better, be a bit more aesthetic, so then they can probably talk to women. I think that's why a lot of guys go to the gym. How is moving in all planes of direction going to be helpful for that? What's going to be functional would be to have bigger arms, bigger shoulders, a wider back, and a nice chest. You can even argue you don't even need legs, right? That's what's functional. A body that looks good, so then you can talk to women. So let's think outside the box for a second and use critical thinking. What is functional? Okay, think about that. Another problem I have with this whole functional movement stuff is that um, they're creating a lot more problems so then they can provide you with the solutions. So I have a close friend who was with a PT for a couple of years, made no gains, but the PT kept saying, "Oh, you're too weak here. You're too weak in that. You need to do this. Your gait's not good enough, and whatnot." To be honest, if you just stick to the basics of weight training and the principles of progressive tension overload, you're going to make gains. You're going to move better than most people. And then just do a bit of cardio, twice a week. You're probably going to be more functional and move better than most. But these so-called movement pattern folks love to create a cult, make a lot of problems out of nothing, and then they'll provide you with a solution so long as you buy their program, buy their supplements, whatever, for 3 months. You get the gist of it, right? It's a little bit of a Ponzi scheme, almost like a Ponzi scheme, if you ask me. And if you look at elite athletes, the proper top level athletes, as well as elite strength and conditioning coaches, most of them just get them to do the basics. Most strength and conditioning coaches, sorry, get their elite athletes to do the basics: squat, trap bar deadlift, bench press, some pull ups, or some sort of pulling motion, a bit of core. And they look better than 99% of people. It's literally just the basics. Obviously, we can get very specific with how you should train, how to be efficient for different types of people. There's inter-individual differences whatsoever. Yes, that's true, but you cannot go wrong with just doing the basics and doing them really well. So this whole functional movement thing, I've honestly never seen someone who's strong and looks good who does this functional movement stuff. And the ones who do, they probably do their own weight training on the side and then peddle this BS. So yeah, be wary. um Again, touching on this topic of, if you're just trying to train for health and to be functional, um, any movement is generally considered pretty good. So you don't have to work in all planes of direction. Generally, there's only real three that you have to worry about, which is the sagittal, frontal, and then your transverse plane, which is your twisting motion. If you're doing those, which most basic gym movements should cover that. It does lack a little bit of transverse plane, which is any sort of twisting motion. So you can do some sort of medicine ball rotational throw. I'm just using an example, or wood choppers, cable choppers. That can help you improve that. But honestly, most things in life don't require to even move in the transverse plane motion. Most require you to move either this way or this way. Okay, most is this way. And a lot of gym movements already cover that. If you squat a decent amount of weight and you can deadlift a decent amount of weight, do some pull ups, you're going to be pretty good and safe. And then obviously you just need to get in some cardio. So, what is the solution to this so called epidemic, or what I framed as an epidemic? is just to stay away from these cults. Um, Usually, the ones that try to sell you stuff, sell you supplements, programs, whatnot, and overpromise tend to be, I guess, bullshit. And I would be wary of that. Honestly, you can follow really good programs on Reddit, and they're all free. Okay, it's just that these cults are really good at marketing, so they make you believe that, oh, within 90 days or 180 days, you're gonna move like an animal and you're gonna look like me. But a lot of them just do basic weight training, and then they do this stuff on the side. Or what I've noticed is that someone who already looks really good, they've been weight training for, let's say, 8 years, they start to find this new thing and go, wow, this is the thing that unlocked my potential now. But actually, a lot of their gains came from the training they used to do 90% of the gains that they made. And then the other 10% comes from all this BS fluff. Yeah. I think Dorian Yates, uh, he pro bodybuilder, for both of you don't know, retired IFBB pro bodybuilder who won, I think, Mr. Olympia once or twice. He's on this whole functional patterns cult now, and it just doesn't make sense. But he made all his gains from basic, rudimentary hypertrophy programming and training. So stick to that. You can't go wrong. Don't follow these cults. Don't give them your money, okay? Until next time.